Good evening, everybody. We're so excited to be here on the call with you. A few questions have already been coming through. I'm Natasha Denman, and on the other side of the country in a sunny Brisbane is Francesca Moy. Say hi, sis.
Hi, how are you, everyone? I'm so excited to be here. Thank you, everyone, for logging in. Look at this, 60 people. I love it.
Love it, yes. And it's all, I think we're going to be booked out because a lot of people also come in late. Over 60 people have come in before 10 minutes. So very smart because we ended up having 320 registrations for this webinar. So we're feeling the love, definitely feeling the love. So, hey, Adair, I just want to say hello to a couple of people who've already been asking a couple of questions. Lucia, we are officially starting now. And everyone's excited. And Andrew, yes, this is being recorded. I did remember to click the record button, and we will be emailing everyone that's registered not too long after the webinar calls once we have uploaded everything. Cool. Excellent. Nice to see you. Awesome. Okay, guys. So obviously you can hear me. Just give me a yes if you can see the PowerPoint presentation, and can you see the webcams, because I can't actually see any webcams at my end. Yes, both of us. Okay, excellent, because my side of the computer, I can only see the PowerPoint presentation, so hopefully I'm not making funny faces at you. I'll be watching the recording later. For
I'll tell you, sis, I'll tell you.
Okay, good. You tell me if I'm looking funny, because all I can see is lots of yeses in the questions box and I cannot see myself. So it's probably too distracting to see yourself anyway. All right, guys, I'm just wiping out some of the comments here. So we've got all of those yeses and we're super excited. Excellent. Thank you. And hello to everyone. I cannot respond to everything. So we love an interactive call. Obviously, being mindful, now it's getting very close to capacity. It's getting close to 80 people here. Um, just keep, I guess, asking relevant things, because we will get lost in a sea of comments. I know when I've had previously 80 to 100 people on a call, it can become messy. We'll do our best to scan and stop and address things in the question box. We are going to intend to finalize the content with sort of 10-15 minutes max to go, because I know there's going to be lots of questions out of everything that we have said. And Francesca and I have just spoke before we got on live that we're happy to stick around for an extra 10 or 15 minutes, because this topic is pretty huge and it goes very, very deep. So it's super important that we understand, what you guys need, so we can bring it to you. So, hey, Amanda, nice to see you as well. Okay, so first of all, what we thought we'd do is share a little bit why we both started doing events. Myself, just over 6 years ago, and Francesca just under 2 years ago, and she's been absolutely smashing it in that short amount of period of time, which means that's why we also came together to write our latest book, Bums on Seats. So while we're also giving you some of our reasons why we started doing events, what I'd love to do and see in the question box or comment box, if you like, is what are some of the reasons why you want to run events? So give us some of your reasons. And Francesca, maybe we'll start with you. Why
Yes.
did you start out doing events, and what do you see the benefit of running events?
Yeah, well, I couldn't, I was a life coach and I wanted to get my business up and running, and I had no idea on how to do some marketing, and I had no idea how to stand out. There were too many coaches out there, and I started to do events just to sort of see if there was any interest, if I could get any clients from it. And it was literally more of a community building for me, and surround myself from people, like-minded people. And then I saw the results, the amazing results of building that trust with the people, and they want to be my clients. And I couldn't believe it. In 3 months, I got fully booked with one-on-one sessions, and I was like, I need to scale this. I need to find a way to be able to have more clients. So it was a really good problem to have.
Yeah, and you said to me also that it was also because you didn't know many people in Brisbane, and you had just
Yeah.
come back from overseas, and it was kind of like a social experiment, a bit to get to meet lots of people.
Yes, absolutely. So I was just like trying to see how I could get more friends and how to I could get more people that were doing personal development. I was always looking even for coaches to come on board and you know and do the event with me because I wanted to learn. I was all about learning and building relationships and make sure that you know I would get those friends along the line because I was by myself completely in Brisbane. So it was fun, but at the same time I was shocked from the amount of people that wanted me to be their coach. It was really good.
Yeah, I love it. And you can hear a quite heavy, thick Italian accent that our gorgeous Francesca has, which means she also had that kind of a challenge in terms of often
Yes.
people who have accents can feel self-conscious about what others will think of them. Can they understand them? And we have this ongoing joke that she's got in her presentations that, if they don't understand her, sorry, but there's no subtitles as they um, as we say. And yeah, and I've seen you also not only monetize your events, but initially what you were able to do is pay for your education through having
Yes.
and putting up experts on stage. Tell them a little bit about that.
Well, at the beginning, I did a lot of courses in Italy to become a life coach. We got 90 people now. Yay! Um, so yeah, I was really excited. Like I wanted to learn more, and I wanted to do qualification in Australia because I still believe that my English wasn't good enough, and um, and it was really cool because I found these amazing coaches from the Gold Coast, and I said I really want to promote you, and I would like everyone should know of what you do. So I was running events and having them as a speaker. And still now, after 2 years since I've been promoting them, they're getting clients to join the funnel because they saw them once at my event 2 years ago. And that fills my heart with happiness because that's what these events can do. It's about building that trust with people, and eventually they will like you, they will stick around for long enough, and they will become your clients. This is, it's a building, a lead generation building, but it's a strong relationship with your clients, and that's what we're missing in those online courses, things like that.
Yeah, I
But you've been doing this, Natasha. You've been doing this for 6 years.
yeah, absolutely. And I actually just worked out how to put the webcams so I can see myself, so I can now see myself.
Yay!
Yeah, look, yes, for me, similar. It was not the same story as you. I also obviously qualified as a coach 6 years ago, and I thought, well, how do I break through the fact that I want to get more than just one client at a time? Like, looking for that one client here and one client there takes quite a long time.
Yeah,
And so I thought,
yeah,
if I run events, maybe a certain percentage of those people attending my events will want to continue on with me. And certainly, I'm a big believer that face to face and having that offline connection when you're starting out as a business owner is more powerful than building an online presence, which still has to happen hand in hand. It just
yeah,
it works more powerfully, and it gets you, I guess, down on the ground, getting your hands dirty. And dealing with people and knowing and testing what your stuff is about. Because once you create an online course, like what you and I have done together, the following and the tribe that we have developed, certainly then we'll be able to generate the passive income and those online sales. So I'm always big on talking to people about get famous offline before you get famous online, and then
yeah.
they will both marry each other and work. And now, as you and I both know, both these last 2 years, and Francesca and I literally have not known each other for a year. It's been 11 months. We have probably run collectively, not even living in the same city. We've probably run
Yeah.
20 events together over the last
Yeah.
11 months. About to run another 2-day event next week. And we've written a book together. So we like to move super fast. So we're after figuring out how to get the shortcut for ourselves, but then obviously sharing our shortcuts for our community and
Absolutely.
people, because we want everyone to be successful. It's about an abundance mindset and not too many people running
Absolutely.
events. So what? So there's enough
Yeah.
for everyone.
There's never
Yeah,
Yeah, there's never enough events, and every event has got a different flavor because all of you guys have a different flavor. So every event will be different, and every event will sound like you. That's why your tribe will come to your event and follow you. And I say that to my clients all the time. Stop looking for clients. Let clients come to you, to your event, to look for you. That's the thing. Like I was at the beginning trying to look for clients everywhere, and now I let the clients find me, find my events, and that's how they get to meet me, like me, and trust me. And that's what you and I have been doing. You know, you for 6 years and me for nearly 2 years. So it's been a very exciting journey. We got some people that reply to our question and they want to reach more people, get more credibility, leverage their business.
Yeah,
That's what Pauline said.
reach more people, raise awareness and credibility about health and well-being treatments from Shani, reach bigger groups of women and build my profile from Amy, part of your sales funnel, promotion. Chris, running networking events and sometimes hard to get bums on seats. I want to know your tips and tricks. Love it. We've done all of that. Yeah, I love face-to-face and talking to people. The benefits to me have been the extensive network expansion and quality people that I've met through different industries. Amanda,
Yes.
your accent. Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Meditation events, all sorts of stuff, support for women. So I'm just going to delete what's in there for now so we can get a clean slate. Public speaking from Jose.
Sure.
Lots of stuff coming up. So I'm just going to delete the questions box and we'll get stuck into some of the content. But look, guys, you must have reasons before you get answers. And some of the reasons you heard from myself, from Francesca, from your fellow participants on this webinar are fairly powerful reasons for you guys to knuckle down, learn these strategies and have success running events. Because if you want to get to your first 5, 6 figures, 7 figures, that's what we've done. Together we've done that, and now I'm on my journey to 8-figure business and figuring out, well, how do you do that? If I can do a 7, I can definitely work out how to do 8. Okay, so let's get into it. So we wrote, obviously, Bums on Seats, and our system for Bums on Seats includes 12 different sections. And we don't, look at her, she's got the book. I don't have the book near me like you do. So our Bums on Seats system, and we're going to be going through the first 4 for you. So I'm just going to open up what all of those are. And you can see that we've divided it into 3 Ps, and the first 8 sections are all about promote. Okay, promote, because promotion is 80% of the work of getting Bums on Seats. The second section, 9 and 10, there is all about prepare. So logistics and PowerPoints and, venues and all that sort of stuff. And the very last one, the last 2, is profit. So how do you monetize your events and how do you take these things to the next level so that you then obviously are getting paid for all the hard work that you've done in the promotional stages. So tonight, as we promised, we're going to go through 4 key strategies. We're going to take you through tribal following, which is Francesca's chapter and section of what we talk about. I mean, we talk about all of these different ones, but we definitely have a lot more expertise on one or the other and different little insights. Then sheep effect, right? We go back. We're talking about. We're going to talk about multiple efforts. So we've got 3 key tips in each of these to share with you from Francesca's insights and then from mine. And as we're speaking, if you need more clarity around any of these, please let us know. And last of all, tonight we're going to go through profitable speaking. I did a little webinar or coffee chat this morning on speaking, so it's all fresh in my head, all the awesome tips to share with you. And actually, literally, we've just now, no one else can get on the call because it's over 100 people. So that's awesome to see. Yay! It's awesome. All right, Francesca, so why don't you take them away and give them some insights around tribal following?
Sure. So the way that I've started my whole running events, it was from Meetup. So if you heard of meetup.com, I've started Meetup in Europe when I was traveling around, and every time I will find new friends, I will find new, work in Europe. And when I was here, I was like, I need to find more people that are in personal development. So that's how I started this group, literally simply called Personal Development Brisbane. You wouldn't believe it. As simple as that. That group just went crazy in a week. It's about understanding the real name of the group has to be very simple. The description of the group has to be about the community. It's not about you promoting your business. It's about starting a meetup group for the community, to meet like-minded people, to give the best tips that you have on what they need from you. So that was one of my biggest discovery, was Meetup works for business as well. It was really good for me. And now I actually use it as a member as well. When I went to visit my brother in Los Angeles, I used it, and I went to a lot of networking events that way. And you can start to build your list overseas as well. So it's really good for multiple things. But one of the things that I did is starting my own meetup group for business. So after the personal development one, I started the Entrepreneurs Abundance Mindset. And that meetup group is now grown to I've got a little message here. Okay. The meetup is grown a lot now. It's over 2,000 people here in Brisbane, and we've got that same meetup in Sydney and Melbourne. And it's about growing that community and nurturing that community. And a lot of people has this belief about meetup that there is no money in meetup. My mentors used to tell me that. Yes, yes. My mentors used to tell me that all the time. Francesca, you cannot build a business around Meetup, because people that are in Meetup are people that want only freebies. And it's not true. I can promise you, Natasha can tell you now, because you've done it, you've been to speaking to my meetups, and it's really good to see that there is people that have been to various events, and now they're seeing the value in Meetup. So if you do it enough, you'll be able to see how many people come to your meetup, and the quality is getting higher and higher and higher. You might get low quality people at the beginning, because the good ones, they're trying just to watch you and see if it's worth their time and yet to come along to your event. So I did that starting with Meetup, and then of course I realized that just keeping it to Meetup is not good enough, because people would not come along, they will forget about you between one meetup and the other one. So what I realized, and what I now teach, and what you are going to share with you today, is that you want to definitely share all your information, all your events, all your success on Facebook. So you promote your event on Facebook, you create an event on your Facebook as well, so that people know about you running events. And to be honest, what do we think about people running events? We put them straight away into a pedestal, and we think straight away think that they are successful, that they are, people of influence. So that's where you want to position yourself in your niche, as a person of influence, by running meetups and share it on Facebook. Promote, promote, promote. Like Natasha said before, 80% of our book is promotion, right? Because you can just rock up to the event going, oh, there's no one here, because that means that you haven't promoted enough. And then at the event, you want to build that trust with people. So a lot of the time I see people that run events that they just get a speaker along, and the event is all about the speaker. And I'm like, no, 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 you're the organizer. You want to build trust with your people. You want to give them your best tips, your 15 minutes of magic, that you want to definitely nurture them and give them your best tips for real, the best value, the biggest results that you have with your clients, because they want to know it. They want to build that trust with you time after time after time. And at the point, they're going to say, how much value this person has for me. And I love this tip, because it really gets people to build that trust with the clients without being salesy, without having to sell to them and be pushy.
I love it. Awesome.
Yeah.
And because I completely believe that there is value in Meetup, and certainly the community that you have grown and the people that you attract to your meetups, Francesca, are also a reflection of who you are and how you provide value, and how you've built trust. And it's not just a shabby event that's been thrown at a venue that you don't pay for. So they're kind of high class. And yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, so I have not used myself Meetup very heavily, even though I've dabbled in it. However, I've had a success in a different way of building my tribe, and that was to start my own Facebook group 3.5 years ago. And many of you guys that are on the call are potentially part of it. It's called Ultimate Business Support. We've got close to 13,000 members now, and I've nurtured and built that. And like Francesca, not only did I build it online, but immediately as soon as I started a group, I asked the members would they like a live event outside of that. So I started my own event, and our events now run Melbourne, Sydney, and Adelaide. And I didn't call it 15 minutes of magic, but I was doing exactly that. I was giving myself a speaking gig at my own event every single time, which is what I used to call it. You know, I want more speaking gigs. I'm going to give myself a speaking gig in my own event. And that event also to keep the community, I guess, glued together and following and continuing to come back to them. I developed a membership which we launched this year. And so it's got a really good steady base. But time after time, I position myself at the Melbourne event, certainly either running hot seats or, you know, doing a little speaking gig and get to go to all of the different cities and have a speaking gig as well, which I was in Sydney the other day, and I'm going to Adelaide in September to speak at the UBM. Yeah. And last of all, you know, having those great guest speakers to reflect upon me well, not only has helped me look better in other people's eyes, but at the same time, sometimes those guest speakers have been able to get me speaking across to their own events, because a lot of the time speakers run their own events. So bottom line, how do you build your tribe? Well, you take responsibility and you start a group and you take that on board, because these low cost or networking events or meetups will ultimately funnel people into maybe your next step, which is maybe a low cost workshop, a half-day workshop, a full-day workshop, whatever it is. They're going to get more bums on seats, because you don't get people to retreats. And a lot of people are curious about me. How do I have this $19,000 retreat? And I get so many people now, 15, 20 participants at my retreats. Well, how do I do it? I do all the front end work, and this is the very first front end thing that should be started. And this is why it's chapter 1 or module 1 in what we teach. So Francesca, let's keep going, because did you want to add something?
Everything that you do, you know, you don't use Meetup yourself and you haven't started your own group, but you use Meetup, you speak other people meetups, and you can do that interstate as well, like I did, and like I know you, Natasha, do as well. So Meetup can be used in different ways, but if you have your own group in Facebook and in Meetup, then you can create your own speaking gigs, like you were saying. So it's very powerful.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. If you have questions or comments, please post them. I know we speak fast and we're very bubbly and bouncing off each other, or you're furiously writing notes at the other end. We kept getting messages that other people are trying to join, but no one can join because it's fully booked. As always, that's what we want. We want fully booked events, right? Even online. Adair's just oh my God, taking notes. What about social events from Vanessa? Did you want to answer that?
Yeah, social events works as well, because, you know, my personal development meetups were social events as well. That was doing sometimes going to the cinema and things like that. Those ones takes a little bit longer to be able to show them what do you do. It depends on what's your business, but there is always a way to brainstorm and find a way to get the meetup to work for your business as well. One of my clients, she teaches salsa, so we started a social meetup about salsa dancing, and she's got is the biggest meetup in Brisbane with beginners, right? So the bigger thing for the dance schools, they can't get beginners to go to the events. By running a meetup, you can. So depends on what you do, Vanessa. We can. Oh, you're Vanessa from the Pet Lovers. Yeah, of course. It works for pets. Oh my God, of course it works. You know, because everyone loves dogs. So everyone, it's definitely gonna work. No brainer.
So let's move on to this.
So then we got.
Francesca, you invented this term, the sheep effect, back, Yes. Why don't you tell the guys what that means? We've got about probably a good 6 minutes per topic, just so we stick it out on time of what we promised. So go. Yes.
So the sheep effect is bad. So we all understand that without any offending anyone, we all sheeps, right? We like to follow. There are leaders and there are followers. And obviously you all guys that are watching this, you are more leaders than followers, because that's what you want to do. You want to start to step up into a leader position, which is great. But we also follow. I love to follow what Natasha does. I follow everything Natasha does. I follow everything that my idol Tony Robbins does. So we always follow someone, and we always love to just not be the first one sometimes to break the ice. It's a little bit daunting. So the thing is, you need to understand that if you wouldn't go, my question is, would you go to an event that there's 0 people going? Maybe not. Would you go to an event that there is no one showing up? Would you go to a webinar that says nobody's going? Or when we post online there is already 80 people, you need to hurry up. Would you jump straight online and go, what am I missing out on? Right? Everyone is afraid of missing out on something. So we give away free tickets, especially on Meetup, because we want to build that credibility of going, hey, there is people coming to this event, right? You wouldn't pay $5, $10 if there's 0 people going to an event. I wouldn't. But if there is 10, 15, 20 that are going, I'm like, oh, I'll pay $5 for this. It looks like it's going to be a great event. So the ship effect for me is creating that credibility that the event is going to be good, that someone is going to show up. And even if the free tickets don't come along, don't worry about it. I don't even calculate that in my numbers. I don't care about, like I do care, but I don't calculate that in my numbers. I just calculate the people that pay after I give away my free tickets. So free tickets is a little bit of a hook to get people to come to your events. So the second one will be I do the same on Facebook posts, right? So whenever I post something, or whenever any one of my clients post something, you need to get that first movement on the post. Even if the post is a really good post, people would just like it. They won't comment until there is the first comment. As soon as one person comment, you can see everyone else going comment like crazy. So it's about understanding that someone needs to be the first brave person to comment first, to say, yeah, I'm going to this event, and things like that. So you need to help your clients and help your tribe to create that ship effect online and offline. And then what we do as well, because you want to look after your people at the event as well, you want to say, when you're running one event, you want to say, hey guys, I know that you all would love to come along to the next event. How about you go now on Meetup, and you'll be able to click now, and you can be able to RSVP for free to the next event. So you sort of use that as a gift to the people that take time to come to your event, and it's a good way to use the ship effect and not waste your tickets, because once they committed in front of you, they're gonna go, oh, I told that I was gonna go, I cannot not go, right? So it's a little bit more powerful doing it live at the event.
Yeah, you got to be pre-prepared and well organized.
Yes, and you Natasha, have been using the ship effect without calling the ship effect for all these years as well, right?
Yeah, sure. Well, the way I've been using it is certainly I've got an inner circle of paying clients and groups that have hundreds of people in there that people are working with me in some format, and we support each other's events. So whenever we'd post an event on Facebook, I'd go into my secret community and go, guys, can you please just go click going on this event? Even if you're not coming, I want it to look like 10 or 15 people are coming, because then other people will be braver to step up and actually join the event. And I had been doing that, and actually I also help my own clients. If any one of my clients is running an event and they invite me to it, I just click going without needing to be asked.
Yeah.
And that way you've got, Francesca's got what she calls the Meetup Mafia, of course, because she's Italian, and her Meetup Mafia support each other in terms of creating that shape effect. So it's that fear of missing out. Communicating within groups, certain amount of tickets, how many are left. I mean, for the webinar tonight, it was just absolute. It's been crazy, to have over 300 people register, and the call just keeps giving us warnings that other people are trying to join. So that creates absolute scarcity, for those people who couldn't get on live. But more so as well, like before we joined the call tonight, and this works offline and online, we were doing live streams. We did 2 or 3 live streams today, each of us, right? Yeah. We have been talking about this webinar for about the last 7 to 10 days in certain events and areas where we hang out, and letting people know it was coming up. There was a series of emails that also went out. So posting photos, videos, live streaming, you can get so many last minute people. You can really get people who never thought, they would even come to a call like this, then get excited because your energy and enthusiasm is there.
Yes.
So posting those things and creating that sheep effect and fear of missing out is so important, because everyone is scared to be that first person. Everyone is scared to
Yeah.
do something. So if you have like a little tribe or community, even of 5 or 10 people, that you're going to support each other's posts and you're going to comment on each other and support each other's live streams, then other people will feel more comfortable to speak up and say, yes, I'm going to come. So those are some of my insights around this. There's a couple of questions. Let's handle these here. Blake is just saying, what is your top tip for finding venues for a meetup, Francesca?
Yes, well, the biggest thing that I found is the first thing you want to do is not approach a venue going, I've got this meetup group and we might be 5 people or 10. Can you please give us a free? They're gonna say no, for sure. They're gonna say, yeah, okay, of course you can come, $300 each person. They're gonna do that. So what you're gonna do is have a plan for the whole year and go, right, I've got this meetup going. I'm gonna run a meetup every 10 days for the next year. So probably gonna bring to the venue around 200, 300, 400, 1,000 people throughout the whole year. So we're wondering if we can do like a sponsorship, or we can do a deal for our meetup. If we do charge, we make money, we're happy to pay. But if we don't have the number for that time, can we just sponsor you and promote you? So use the leverage of the group, of the promotion that you can do on Facebook, everything that you can give them. A lot of the time in every collaboration, Natasha, we do that all the time. It's about learning what they want and give first before we ask. Yeah, if you go to a venue and you say, give me something for free, they'll be like, what do you want? You just give them and say, look, I can give you this and this and this and that. Do you think that will be enough for you to make a deal with us? And sometimes it's still not enough, and that's fine. Just move on to the next event, next venue.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, and what's in it for them, first of all, if you're going to ask for it to be
Yeah.
sponsored, and if you can, bringing them so many brand new patrons, that would mean revenue in other ways for them. Vanessa just asked, what are your feelings of Snapchat and Instagram, Periscope versus Facebook Live? We've dabbled into Snapchat. We enjoy that. Not as active. Facebook is our home platform. That's what we use the
Yeah.
most. We love it. Did Periscope when it came out because Facebook Live didn't exist. So look, we do many different things, but really always and forever, Facebook has been the core platform.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Cool, brilliant. Thank you for that snip of info. You're welcome, Adair. Okay, let's get on to the next one. Multiple efforts, right? Okay, Francesca, so this is all
Yeah.
collaboration. All right, so we've got about 5 to 7 minutes to cover this one. Do you want to start off?
Yes. Of course, so multiple effort is about understanding that doing things by yourself is okay, but if you do it together with someone else, it's so much more easier, so much more fun, and so much more rewarding as well. So the multiple effort is collaboration. So we found that Natasha and I did that pretty well, and I'm very proud of us in the last year, not even a year, we just create this amazing collaboration, and I think we achieved very much so many things together, which I'm very proud of. But the best thing, the first thing is I get a lot of people connecting with me now and trying to just get straight away something from me. And of course, the first thing that I feel is like, oh, I don't even know you. Can you just wait a second? Like, it's like dating at the end of the day. I'm loving that we're still getting the people trying to reach. I love it. Thank you so much, everyone. So yeah, multiple effort is about being genuine and create that relationship genuinely. I didn't meet Natasha and say, Natasha, you're successful now. I want to do a book with you. I want to do this and I want to do that. She will be scared and go, okay, hold on a second. It's literally just like dating. You need to take it slow and just get to know each other and see if you are a match for each other as well in the values, because a lot of the time I did it at the beginning. I was a little bit I wanted to collaborate with anyone because it was so difficult to do it by myself, and I should make the wrong choices. And there's nothing worse than collaborate with someone that is not the right person. So be genuine about it, and don't just do it for money, because money will come with time and with effort, and it's not about the money, it's about the fun. this is my first webinar and I'm having the best fun ever. If I did it by myself, I'll probably be like, oh, this is so scary, right? So it's always better to do it with someone else and give first. So again, when I stalk Natasha the nice way, I offered to her to come and speak at my events. I didn't say, Natasha, I saw you got a big network. I'm coming to Melbourne. Can you give me a gig? I didn't do that. I did it the other way around. I said, Natasha, when you come up here, would you like to speak for my people? They will love you. And you got an amazing client from it, which it was a great story as well. You could read our book to read that story. And it was great. And you know, it's about communicating and talking to each other as well. Natasha and I, we are very, very much on the same level, so we can talk openly and just talk about anything. But you do that with a lot of other people as well, Natasha, don't you?
Yeah, I do, and there has been many failed collaborations as well. So this is
Yeah.
why Adair is just asking. She loves the collaboration. Us to show them what is the top tip to finding the right people person to collaborate with. Well, my tips there on the right hand side of your PowerPoint is what I would start off with. Like first of all, hey, it's like go for coffee, go for lunch, just get to know each other as real people. Who are you? When I went up to Queensland, I wasn't going to say to Francesca, hey, put me up in front of your people, because I also knew she hosted lots of events. I actually said, let's have lunch. And then she said to me, you know, but would you like to speak in front of my people? And then, of course, that ultimately would have been my desire to want to do that and have a speaking gig in front of her people, but I wasn't going to go in with that kind of a request from someone that I didn't know at all. And similar to you,
Yeah.
Francesca, I get approached by many people who don't even take the time to even know me. They just think they have
Yeah.
kind of a value proposition that's going to be good for their clients or whatever, and they just come in from what's in it for me type of attitude.
Yes.
We both approached our collaboration very tentatively and very much just going, well, are we first of all going to work as friends and people that like each other before we let each other near each other's people? Goals and values are huge, so and understanding what everyone's strengths are. Certainly, we have gotten to know each other a lot more over the last 11 months, and we know who's strong at what now and who isn't, and we're able to navigate from around that. But we also, whatever collaboration we're doing, we do have agreements in place that are going to keep us both safe. And you know, it doesn't have to be a legal document signed by a lawyer, but something that's in writing that you're both happy with, that you're going to have there. So it's so important to not actually jump in straight away. I would probably give something 2 or 3 months of time to, and sometimes longer. You know,
Yeah.
ours was fast tracked because of the type of personalities that we are, and we kind of got a lot of things done very rapidly, with sort of no strings attached. And it's worked really well. But more importantly, why Bums on Seats, this promotional effort is so powerful, is because people already trust the other person. So people already trust Francesca when she says to them, go to Nat's workshop when she comes to Brisbane or Gold Coast, and they straight away book
Mm.
tickets. When people come here, for example, next week at the masterclass, she'll be speaking in front of 50 of my people, and my people trust me and know that I'm going to bring a good speaker out. So therefore, automatic trust is built, and also those
Yeah.
people, not only do they get the collaboration gets you more people in the room, but it gets you more qualified people. And like she said, 20 hours literally after that speaking gig, I had an author into my retreat, and that particular person was not even a participant in that speaking gig. It was someone that was in the room that knew him, and then he came on board to my retreat literally like 2 days later. It was insane. And I would probably say, Francesca, to be fair, if I rewind back the clock now, 11 months later, I would say probably I've generated 6 figures in revenue from our collaboration. I would say that would
Yes.
be true. At least, you know, 4 or 5 authors and other things that you can't really measure. But yeah, I would say that would be true.
No, that's the thing. Sometimes you can measure it. It's just more, you know, my network grows so much from it,
Yeah,
and so many things have happened since. And I think it's like a mutual thing that it just
yeah,
just grew, and it never know where it's gonna go. Like I said, you know, even with my first mentors, they're still getting clients from my events two
yeah,
years ago.
yeah.
So, and I love it. I'm very proud of it for them. So,
One of
yeah, you never know. collaboration can take you.
And also what we end up doing for each other is we keep getting each other speaking gigs. If she speaks somewhere and then they're looking for another speaker, then she'll say, well,
Yes.
Natasha's super awesome. You should have her along. I'm going back up to Queensland in October for a couple of events. And she said to me straight away, oh, so what dates are you coming? So what dates should I find you speaking gigs for? And I go, hang on, I'm going to do a bit more of a holiday. I said, maybe I don't want speaking gigs. But same thing when she comes here.
Who doesn't want speaking gigs? It's only Natasha Denman. She's too busy, right?
Right. Awesome tips from everyone is saying great tips. Con's saying the art of networking is a skill that is not taught at school, university, but it is the one that separates the successful from the strugglers. I agree, Con. And just one thing, what's a good price range to pay for venues for your speaking gigs? Shani is asking.
So for the speaking gigs, I would say around 200, 250, depends on how many people you can get on the night. That's really like if you're good at negotiating. We might have to do a negotiating webinar. But yeah, it's about understanding. If you can tell them what you can give them, then they might be able to give you that price. If not, you might even find some venues can go up to 500 per night. So you just need to tell them as well, you're going to try to get people to buy drinks and buy food, and you're going to have like a little break in the middle. Like, try to get them to understand that you're going to be helping them to get them more out of it.
Yeah, love it. She goes, yes, please, for a negotiation webinar. And Warren says, I will have them for the speaking gigs that I don't want. Awesome. Excellent. Okay, let's get on to the last point, because I know because we want to allow obviously free flowing time to chat to you guys more in a casual sense than over this webinar. Well, I spoke quite a lot about this morning and profitable speaking, and gosh, this is an amazing way again to get the person to that next step. So for those of you that don't know, I'm on a journey to complete 100 speaking gigs. That's a mixture of my self-organized events as well as obviously being a guest speaker, and I've done 66 already. Tonight doesn't count. Tonight's just an online webinar. It does, even though people would consider this speaking, for me it's all about the face-to-face number. So why do you speak, and what are some of your tips for speaking, Francesca?
So one of the things for me, again, speaking, is about understanding the value that you can get from each other. So collaboration is number one thing, but build that profile online. If you speak in an event and you keep a secret and you don't tell anyone about it, it's going to take you forever by word of mouth to get more speaking gigs. But what we do, we just take our little phone everywhere and we go, hey, so excited to speak here, so excited to speak there, photo, tag the organizer, thank them for having you. Those things are priceless to get other speaking gigs, because then if you did a good job, the people that in the audience, they will totally put a comment and say how good it was, and those people are your raving fans. So those people will help you to get the next one as well. And at least we need to try to get one speaking gig a month. And I know that at the beginning I used to say, yeah, easy said than done, because I don't know where I'm gonna find my next speaking gig. And I teach my people not to ask for it. Don't go begging for speaking gigs. It's really hard as an organizer and as a person of influence to say no to people, because you feel awful. You don't want to say, sorry, I'm only getting higher quality speakers. But at the same time, we can get people that are just starting out in speaking, because you understand that your audience is used to this higher quality. You can get lower quality or even different energy, so you don't beg for it. That's what I would say. But more of a, just get that relationship going with the organizer of the events, and they will see from your Facebook that you have other gigs. They will ask you, wow, I saw you speaking, I saw a really good comments. Have you got a video of yourself speaking? Can I have a look? And that's how you probably will get at least one speaking gig a month. That will be your goal for now. And now try to get 4 to 5 speaking gigs a month. I know, Natasha, you do a lot more than that. But that's really important to start at least with one a month. And then help other speakers to get gig. That's the best way to do it. Again, give before you take. So I always contact, first of all, my mafia, of course, because my high paying clients, and I always look after them first. So I will go in the mafia and say, hey guys, I know someone, I just spoke in an event, they're always looking for speakers who is available. And they, of course, all go, maybe. I'm like, great. But the next time they know there is a speaking gig available, they will ask me. Yeah, I don't go to my tribe and say, you better get me gigs. I'll just give them first and they will give me back.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing. But I know that you've been speaking for a lot longer than me, Natasha. So I'm sure they will love your tips about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, that's the law of reciprocity. And that's why I started my own event group, so that I can give other people speaking gigs, vice versa, receive them. And you do it, you give first. The law of reciprocity says that they will ask you back at their event as well. Rohit has been feeling a little bit lost in the call. So speaking gigs and running events, this webinar is about whatever your expertise is, and running events around that. And no, it's not just for women. It's for lots of different types of people who run their own business and they want to position themselves as an expert in their industry, Rohit. So if you need more clarity, then absolutely, then just email us and ask, because it's about how to get people into your rooms. And part of speaking is to be able to create that offer for people to take that very next step to then come into your event. Because at a speaking gig, perhaps you won't be inviting them to a $5,000, $10,000 program. Maybe you'll invite them into a $50 or $100 event, which is a really easy sell when you're on the stage and you have got the trust and intimacy. So Vanessa just said, I'm a pet guardian. My knowledge is around pets. So her events would be around pets. If that makes sense. Amy's just said, when you were starting out, did you take any speaking gigs you were offered, or were you picky? Absolutely, Amy. Even nowadays, I'll pretty much say yes to most things, as long as I think they would be good. But absolutely yes to everything, because you cannot have enough practice in front of people, and you just don't know who's in the room. And even if they're not your ideal clients, they might know someone who would be a perfect match to get introduced.
And you can still promote it on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Go on. Are you going to say something?
No, I think we talk on the same moment. I think my internet's going slow.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delay. Okay, so for me, the key tips here, I did do a webinar on this for half an hour this morning. So you guys could probably access it from my YouTube channel if you wanted to. But really, it's about turning up, and building a relationship with the organizers. And over a period of time, if they show you, see you and notice you on social media that you do speaking, and, you know, I'm not... no, sorry, no, something happened to my computer. It's getting overbooked again. But one of the things, I'm not too opposed to asking to be a speaker somewhere, but I think you have to have a certain amount of credibility to ask. So having a speaker bio or a video sizzle reel where it showcases you as a speaker, that is quite a legitimate way to approach someone. But if you're brand new, you have to be very careful, because you really got to back yourself if you're going to ask for it, that you can deliver what they would expect and actually surpass their calibrations. And be very, very careful that at your speaking gig you have a well-calibrated call to action. So not something like, if you've got a 15, 20-minute gig, you wouldn't sell someone into something that's $1,000, $2,000, or any more than $1,000. I would even say something that's, you know, $99, $250 probably max, but depending the length of time that you're in front of an audience needs to be well calibrated in terms of how much you would ask them to invest with you as your next steps. So let me just check through a couple of the comments here, and then we're going to tell you about our super awesome online course that we actually filmed around all of these different things. So Andrew has, what's the link to your YouTube channel? Just look up my name, Andrew. Just spell my name, Natasha, without a H, Denman, and you would be able to find it. I'm experiencing audio difficulty apparently, but hopefully it's still coming through all right. It's disappeared.
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Yeah, okay. How do you find an organizer of an event? You rock up a little bit earlier and you will certainly find who the organizer is at the event. So, and if you offer to help them, that would even make you put you in their good books. That would be my short version answer to that one. I remember being on a webinar last year and you talked about 10 in the room. Is that something you will be covering or covered anywhere? It takes 10 strategies to fill one room. That's what I talked about, Adair. So we've shared 4 only tonight, but there's more than 4, of course. And I say you got to do 10 different things to fill your event rooms. It's not just, hey, send a few emails, ask collaborative partners. It's actually a combination of all of these. Cool. Thanks. I'm a tech entrepreneur and Harvard graduate, and what I think is time is most precious item we have to invest. Absolutely. Shireen, do you charge for guest speaking at the gigs, ladies, or do you use them to hopefully get them to come to a paying gig of your own? Yep. Free and get them to come to a paying gig, Shireen. Absolutely. So do you guys have advice on how to get started with speaking gigs? Yep. Create a speaker bio and keep churning up to events.
Start your own group.
Yep. Start your own group. That's how you're going to get your first speaking gig when you
and start your own group.
Yeah, absolutely. When you first when you first ever start a meetup group though, and you're new to the industry and know no one, how do you get anyone to show up? Well, that's the beauty of Meetup, is that people find your group and then you nurture those members. That's actually how different Meetup is from Facebook. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, love it. Okay.
You're welcome, Andrew.
How do you find events that are being run? Well, come to both Francesca's or my groups, Entrepreneurs Abundance Mindset, as well as Ultimate Business Support. And on Mondays, we post up 1,000,001 events. And obviously look them up on Meetup. Like, there's tons of them. There's just like, then you got to be careful where you go and how you spend your time. Yeah. You're welcome. Okay, cool. There's still more questions coming up, but I want to tell you guys before I answer the rest of the questions, we want to share with you about our super amazing, awesome online course we created last year at my home. We professionally filmed it and sat there for 14 hours recording 12 modules of these that go for half an hour. So we've only literally had 5 minutes per module to share with you tonight. And you can't imagine how under the pump we feel and how much we feel we're missing to actually tell you about how to go with these strategies. So as we talked about before, we've gone through the first 4, but obviously there's another 4 and depth within each of those 4 that, there's so many tips and strategies around how to get this done properly. And the book alone has just so much that we share. Francesca and I are kind of no bars hold. We give everything that we know. It's whether or not you are willing to put it into action, because there's not a lack of tips, strategies, actions, templates, checklists, knowledge that we share in this particular online course. And of course, the online course is 4 times the content to the book, because we could only write 40,000 words. I mean, otherwise we would have had to write a bloody Bible. So that's what the online course would contain. So also as part of what we have done, so there's an awesome little picture of us doing the online course together, and there's every single module comes with checklists, and we have got our Bums on Seats online tribe that is part of this. So you can see there's 3 components to the online course. There's the video trainings that go for 12 modules, and they go for 30 minutes each. Then we've got a checklist and I guess a step-by-step process, if you like, for each of the training modules. And then we've got our online support group, which is 24 hours, 24/7 support with us responding to your questions and helping you get more bums on seats to ultimately leverage your business to your 6-7 figures, whatever it is that you have envisioned. So we have pulled together, of course, an amazing once-off, tonight-only offer that we have for this particular online course, including absolutely everything. So I'll just open up all the different modules so you can see there's the promote, prepare, and profit that would be included. Plus, we've got a bonus additional video. We recorded 13 videos, didn't we, Francesca? We did. We did record 13 videos. So you get all of
Yes.
the modules, which
Yes.
go for half an hour. They go for half an hour, obviously, us going deep dive into each of these things. With along that, so those are all valued at $247 each. It's our content, it's our personal guidance as to what we've been able to achieve in our businesses. We don't teach you anything we don't do ourselves. Basically, we have put all of this into action, and that's why we teach it. Secondly, that you've got all the event filling checklists for each module. So that's not just one. There is 12 that I guess buddy up to the video, and they're valued at $97 each. And then last of all, you obviously have a priceless online Facebook group, secret community tribe. We like to call it the Bums on Seats tribe, and all of the people that are already taking part into this online course. Now, this does get delivered week by week. Okay, so you will not get flooded by 12 videos. You won't get flooded by 12 checklists, because you know what? You're not going to do the work. If we give you absolutely everything, you're not going to do the work and follow through to get the success and learn each of these strategies in depth and detail. So that is why you get them released and drip fed week to week. So the total value of this online course is $3,787. And what we have done is massively reduce the package to just $297, and also thrown in our extra books. So as an ebook bonus, you will receive Francesca's first book that she wrote through my retreats, and that's the Follow Me book. And you will then also receive the Ultimate 48-Hour Author book. So you will receive both of those in an email, of course, if you become part of our tribe. So it's ridiculous what we're doing this course at. Just $297, and you get drip fed 12 weeks of amazing content and actionable checklists, and also to boot 2 books as well, in addition, one of Francesca's and one of mine. So if you do want to go along and purchase this, we will open this link up literally till for 24 hours, because some people did miss the recording. Of course, they haven't been able to get on the call. But you will need to follow the link that I've just put into the chat box, and become part of our tribe. We'd love to support you. We'd love to see you succeed, and hopefully one day we'd love to collaborate with you as well. So what I'm going to do now, because as I promised, I always like to finish things when we've said we finished them, but of course we want to answer also all of your questions. So why don't we do that? Francesca, did you want to add anything on this?
Yes. No, it's priceless. We're getting people already online going to that. So I'm just receiving the emails going, this person, just got in. So congratulations if you just bought the online course. We'd love to have you in the tribe. The Bums on Seats tribe is growing fast, and I would love to have some of you there as well. We've got some question here from Luke as well. Is coming to my event in Sydney next week on the 22nd. Of July. So I look forward to see you there. All the information you need is on the meetup, Entrepreneurs Abundance Mindset Sydney. It's going to be an amazing event. You can get the link from Eventbrite if you want, but on meetup it's actually cheaper. So just get into my meetup and you can get a cheaper ticket. And I look forward to meeting you in person.
I love it. Love it. Wendy's saying, I always appreciate guests helping me pack up at the end of an evening, which is Wendy's an organizer of an event, and I can guarantee you we are organizers as well, and we love when someone says, comes a little bit early, not too early, to say, hey, do you need a hand? And, you get to know them. And the fact of the matter, how do you get close to the organizer? Once they get busy with other people, you can't. So absolutely, it's so powerful to come and help out and even stay behind and really get cozy with them. And Emily says,
Yeah.
I think you two are awesome. Thank you for continuing to inspire us. You're welcome. You guys are awesome. From Andrew. Great stuff from Adair. Okay, Jose, thank you so much for sharing, girls. It was fun to listen to you too. Thanks, Veronica.
Roy,
awesome, and thank you, Renata.
Yeah, you can join them all.
What's that?
I'm just gonna put the names on the meetup photo hit so you can join them.
Okay,
And we got one.
perfect, perfect, perfect. So it's cool. When is the webinar for negotiating skills? Shani said. So you guys, if you've enjoyed this webinar, would you like for us to do the next four for you guys? Would that be something that you'd love to? I mean, of course, you're only really hearing us do 5 minutes per session, well, 5 to 7 minutes, so which is not all that much, but we'd love to bring it to you. Okay, a few people are saying yes, yes, yes. Okay, well, we'll get ourselves organized, and who knows, we're actually going to Europe together in literally, 3.5 weeks. We're going back to Italy to stay at Francesca's mum's house, and I'm traveling alone, no kids and no hubby, and we're going to have a little bit of girls' fun over there, and I'll join my mum in Macedonia. So who knows? We might come to you all the way from Italy and do it actually next to each other if you'd like that. So look out for the next, I guess, step, if you like. Veronica says, awesome. Sure, thanks. And thank you so much, ladies. Awesome. Thanks, Rohit, and thank you for being active participants, guys. It's been massive. It's been a big night. So thank you for all the thank yous and awesome webinar, and it's been an absolute pleasure. And some of you we will see in Melbourne next week, because we will be discussing my Brain Accelerator Masterclass. Here we go. Okay, my phone's like now starting to beep with payments.
Yay! Come on, guys, join the tribe.
I forgot to put it on mute. So hopefully you can hear that. But anyway, have an amazing night, everyone. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's everyone said thank you, great information, and we can't wait to catch up with you either in Melbourne or in Brisbane over the next few months. We're going to be in both cities, so watch out. And those of you that are not friends with me, but you are with Francesca and vice versa, feel free, friend us, and let's stay connected that way, because this is a combined webinar from both of our communities. Awesome. All right.
Yes, and make sure you join our Facebook groups as well. See you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, bye guys. Bye.